April 5th is coming. And before anybody starts romanticizing protest, let me just say it plain as day. No confusion. We are not going out there. Not this time. We are not going out there. A whole lot of people are planning to hit the streets, right? I know y'all have heard the buzz. Chants, signs, cameras, emotions are going to be high. I get it. Hell, I've been out there before. But the last time we marched, what happened? They tear gassed us, shoved elders to the ground, committed vandalism, and then blamed us. They shot rubber bullets at kids and then had the nerve to call us violent. We showed up with our voices, they showed up with riot gear. We screamed, don't shoot, and they loaded that clip anyway. And let's be clear, this administration, they've let us know in no uncertain terms. Black people in the street equals threat. They're looking for a reason to vilify us. They're waiting for a headline to twist. They're hoping for a camera angle that's going to justify their brutality. And what do we get in return? A quote tweet, a statement, maybe a mural? But no safety, no justice, no peace. So no, we're not marching this time. We're not going to give them the photo op that they so desperately want. We're not playing into that cycle. We're not going to give them the excuse that they're so desperate for. We're protecting our people. We're staying home. We're building offline. We're organizing smarter. Because we don't need to be in the streets to prove that our rage is real. So let them march. Let them bait. Let them spin the same tired narratives. But don't let them turn your blackness into a threat on live TV. April 5th, we sit back. We step back. We stay safe. Because survival is resistance too.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
Y'all, I cannot stop laughing. Watching Black Americans literally to tell each other to sit down. Just sit down. Do not participate in the hands-off protest. Be like hands-off. The fact that these white liberals think that they can pull off a 1 million man march like they did in 1995 is insulting as all get out, because the 1995 1 million man march was about family values. It was about black men being in the home. It was about holding people accountable for drug addiction and abuse of women and children. And now we got all these pale, lily white liberals running around screaming, hands off Elon, stealing from us. Guess what? Black people aren't that stupid. I know. In your liberal classroom, you were taught something different, but just let me inform you, they're not that stupid.
Hey everybody, it is Sunday, March 16th. On Saturday, April 5th, there will be massive protests all over the United States. These are being organized by multiple groups, including Indivisible, working together with 5051, working with you name it. So let's do this. Show up. I usually go to Washington. I'm in North Carolina. I may stay here and support my local community. I will be at one or the other. And the rules we need to use for protests are peaceful, loud, and joyful. See you there.
So it's a 1 million male march on April 5th. I can't wait to see it because black people will not be there. And I actually don't even believe y'all gonna do it because y'all can't organize shit without the help of black people doing it first. So I want to see it. I want white people to do their biggest one on April the 5th because I am going to be watching. This is going to tell me everything I need to know to see if y'all can really organize on April 5th and go out there and march and fight for democracy. I would love to see it. Y'all owe us this one. We've been fighting a really long time. Y'all owe us. Please go out there and do it. I'm just going to put my feet up on April 5th, and I'm going to watch y'all do it. I just want to see what's going to happen.
The Trump administration and all his stupid shit not affecting black people also, of course it's affecting us. We told y'all it was going to affect us back during the election. We told y'all what was going to happen. We told y'all they were going to roll back everything possible to get back to the civil rights. But in order to get to us, they have to go through every minority. Every minority that we fought for, they're going to have to go through y'all. And white women. Y'all benefit from everything that black people fought for. So we're going to watch y'all suffer. We're going to watch them come after y'all first. We already know what's coming. We're okay with segregation. We know segregation was bad, but eventually it got better. And we're not our ancestors, but we are our ancestors. So they can try that stupid shit this time. They won't make it. It won't be good for them. Why do you think they're trying to get black men out the military? There's Cop City in every urban area in this country. And it's not to protect everybody, it's to counter urban warfare, black people. So we're not going to get on those streets and give them a reason to attack us. They're not going to declare martial law off of us. Y'all need to handle y'all business. We ain't got shit to do with that. We are not going to be y'all protection barrier. Y'all look for us to fight, especially black women, every time. And we're tired. We're tired of telling y'all what's going to happen and y'all not listening. And then when shit falls to pieces, y'all still looking at us to save y'all. No, we're not saving nobody. We're going to watch, we're going to stand by, and we're going to protect ourselves. I wish y'all good luck out there in them streets.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
So I hear that they're protesting on April 5th, huh? So apparently they're having a hands-off protest geared towards Trump and Elon because I guess they got their hands in everything. So this is just a way of saying hands off of everything, as I got the Tesla in the background. But as I've been saying from the beginning, this is not our business. So I'm sure that you've seen, the videos, sit your black ass down. Yeah, sit down. So I came up with a nice list of things that you can do that day rather than participating in their rage bait. Because I don't know if you remember or not, but during the BLM, that was just a way to get us out in the streets so that we could get our ASS beat and we could get thrown in jail. So, y'all could go out there if you want to, but you on your own on this one, because I really feel like it's more of a Democrat thing anyway. But, if you got good sense, you'll stay home and take advice from some of these suggestions that I'll throw out here. So you can catch up on some rest. That's a good one. You could read a good book. That's another good one. I got a couple of books that I need to catch up on. You could try a new recipe, something that you haven't tried before, so you can just go in the kitchen and get creative that day, and just come up with something new and fancy. You can go out in your yard and garden if you have a yard. If you don't, if you're in an apartment or something, maybe, you could go to the park and go put your feet in some grass. That's always a good one. Go hug a tree. You can play some old school music. That's a good one. I love playing old school and just dancing around the house. Or even better yet, you could practice boots on the ground, because I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to pull out a fan that day, and I think I'm going to practice boots on the ground. I think that'd be a good day to learn that dance. I haven't learned it yet, because, I seen little Shirley. I don't know how old Shirley is. I think she's like 2 years old, and Shirley out here killing boots on the ground. So I think I'm a little bit behind, but that's another good thing you could do. You could call an old friend and just spend some time on the phone. That's always a good way to just decompress, is talking to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Did I say meditate? Definitely you can meditate. You can meditate and, catch up on some, or pray, if you're a Christian, or Muslim, you can pray. You can just, go into a nice little deep meditation and talk to God. That's a good one. You could binge watch some old black movies. That's always a good one too. I always like going back to like Eddie Murphy and watching Raw. That's the one right there. That'll get me in a instant good mood every single time. Or Delirious. Either one. Raw or Delirious. I like them both. If you're a clean freak, you could just go through the house and you can, do some scrubbing and get the baseboards and, clean the grout and all that kind of stuff. You can do stuff like that too, That's something that you can do that's way better than going out and participating in this protest. Because apparently they're trying to get 1 million people to all participate in this simultaneously at the same time. But I know people that went out to the BLM protest and it did not turn out good for them. Some people I know ended up getting arrested, and it's like, stop going out here and protesting this stuff. These we should know historically protesting don't work. All right. We have to think more smart. We have to be more strategic. All right. Getting out there, exposing yourself, putting yourself out right in the center field of the danger that lurks out there is not smart. So we have to start learning how to move smarter. So when April 5th come around, just, take some of the suggestions that I passed out there. If you got some better stuff, let me know in the comments. Maybe you got some better suggestions that you could throw out there that we could be doing. Maybe we could all go live and, get on a live and we can learn boots on the ground together. I think that's a good one. I like that one. What y'all think? So anyway, just remember, sit your black ass down on April 5th. Either stay in the house, go somewhere very incognito like the park. That's it. Nothing else. And just don't get involved. All right? This ain't our fight. All right, black folks. I love y'all.
People have to get out and you have to march. You have to start making noise. Right. This is now coming back to us. The only way people are going to hear how angry you are is if you get out there. We've done it when people were being sent over to Vietnam disproportionately. We got out there and we made noise and we made a difference. We made a difference. We made a difference when it came to women's rights. We made a difference when it came to black people's rights. If we don't get up and get out there and start making the noise we have to make, it's not going to change. Stand up. So I appreciate it. I love Justin. I love all these people who dedicate themselves, but it is now on us. We have to do it. You want to save your Social Security? You got to get up and you got to start screaming. Because the only way they're going to understand that you're not going to put up with it is if you don't put up with it. That's the way it's going to work. And just like they do.
Funny how Kamala only cared about the country when she was running for president, and right now she's nowhere to be found. And I know what you, K-Hub, are going to say. Well, you guys rejected her. You guys didn't want her, so she is a normal human now. She's normal, whatever. Well, we better not see her fucking ass in 2028 running for office if that's the case. Because right now, she could be speaking out, but she's quiet. I mean, after all, this is her fault, for not separating herself from Biden and that other country. But yeah, we better not hear from her ass in 2028 because right now she's MIA.
I'm trying to fucking rest y'all, but y'all keep tagging me in this April 5th shit. So let me say this. Black people don't bring your fucking asses out there and march for no motherfucking body. Let them do that motherfucking self. We didn't fuck up at the voting polls. They did. Half of they people voted right. Half of they people voted for Trump. Let they asses go out there and fix that shit. As soon as black people step their asses out there and march for any fucking thing, it is no longer a peaceful protest. It is now violence. It is now, you are the target. It is martial law. If they gonna claim martial law, it ain't gonna be because of us. We are resting. Come April 5th, let the United Nations fucking march out there. They the ones that need the fucking help. We good, okay? All the struggling they going through right now, all of the shit they're going through, all the hystericalness they're going through, we've been through that shit. We're numb. Learn a trade, learn a new hobby, pick up a fucking book, start a new web series, do everything but take your ass out there. Ignore they asses. We ain't marching no motherfucking where. We are at rest.
Important update for the April 5th protests. We now have a location in North Dakota, and we now have one in Arkansas. We are missing Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Delaware. So make sure you get organized.
On Saturday, April 5th, 2025, millions of us across America are going to march in protest of the Trump administration. Please, please, please join us. Please share this video with as many people in America as you possibly can. You guys, we're running out of time. Trump is moving so fast and he's winning. We have to fight back. It's our last chance to ensure our democracy. Go to www.handsoff2025.com. www.handsoff2025.com. Please share this video with as many people as possible. We have to show up on Saturday, April 5th. Thank you.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
April 5ers, April 5thers, whatever you want to call it. Please, please, please keep your head on. Keep your head on straight. Be very careful, okay? Because I can't be there with you because I'm in another country, but I'm there in spirit. And I'll be watching, but be very careful because with a lot of people are coming out in every city, in every state. And when you get that big of a crowd, things can get out of hand really, really quickly and easily. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're baited to get upset, if you know what I mean. If you're baited to go a little less quietly, okay? Because that's what they would want. So please, please be very careful. I know you all want to protest peacefully, but you know how fast things can get out of hand, especially if people are baited. So I'll be with you there in spirit, and I wish you all the best.
On April 5th, Black Americans are supposed to be sitting it out. Now, if you know, you know, right? Well, I would ask us to not only just sit it out, but why don't we get together with our friends and our family and figure out ways that we can build, right? How we can practice group economics more and snatch our nearly $2 trillion out of the hands of the oppressors so that we are not affected as much as we are now, right? So again, instead of eating popcorn, Netflixing and chilling, or, you know, whatever it is we not supposed to be doing on April 5th, we need to be coming up with a plan. So the next time around, when something like this happens, we can really do a shoulder shrug and be like, that ain't got nothing to do with us because we got our thing all the way together, or at least halfway, right? What you think?
You aren't alone. I'm in Portland. And I could not for the life of me find protests for a long time. And that's what makes 50501 protests so special. They were able to break through that. We know that the FBI, there's been leaked documents and whistleblower reports that state that they actively surveil us and break us apart online to keep us from sharing that information. And again, that's why 5051 is such a big deal. So the biggest protest yet is going to be April 5th. So it is People's Veto Day, and that's going to be 50501, Women's March, Hands Off, Indivisible, Viva New Mexico. Tons of different organizations are all coming together for this one protest, April 5th, which is a weekend, which is pretty damn cool. They're trying to get as many people as possible to Washington, D.C., but I'll put a link in the captions here and also in the comments that everybody can go to. You find your state. It'll show where protests are scheduled to be in your state. And just spread it far and wide. Get as many people as possible. Because that's going to be a good one.
Why it always got to be us? Why do we always got to be the group to save when no one comes to save us?
Hello, my lovely blue dot darlings across America. The time has come to say you have had enough. The time has come to protest. The 5th of April is coming. If you go to handsoff2025.com, you can find out what's happening in areas near you, how you can get your voice heard, how you can join with other blue dots and become a blue ocean. The time is now. The administration is starting to crack with all of this nonsense in Signal, with all of this nonsense with Europe and insulting us. We're with you, but you need to stand up now if the time's come. So in the comments say, I'm in, and then go to handsoff2025.com. Sign up to the newsletter to find out what's going on and find events happening near you. It's time to speak out. It's time to show this administration you have had enough. And it's time to take back your country. Thank you, darlings.
Okay, real quick. April 5th, Black people, stay home. I said what I said. Stay your ass home. This is not our fight. All right, good day.
It's time to protest against Donald Trump and his enablers. April 5th is the next nationwide protest at your state capitol or city hall. It's time to stand up for human rights. People are afraid and traumatized and in pain, and those people in power are not serving anybody but themselves. And we, the people, will not stop raising our voices. We will be loud and we will fight for a better country no matter what.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
You need a reason? You need a reason to go protest on April the 5th? What, everything that's happening isn't good enough? Okay, here's a few reasons for you. How about number one? The world's richest man is currently making more decisions about your day-to-day livelihood and your government than anybody that you've elected. How about the fact that MAGA is currently trying to dismantle the Department of Education, which would remove free school lunches, IEPs for students with disabilities, and if you or your kid want to go get an education, you'll just have to find a way to pay for it.
Black people in America, stay your ass in the house April 5th. I'm hearing there's supposed to be millions of people marching. Stay in the house. And this is why nobody can ever tell me that TikTok is not symbolism. It's more than an app. It's literally a time. Every time they say, oh, they're going to do some shutdown or they're going to have a meeting about it, some big phenomenon happens in America. Okay, let me get this straight though, right? We already got the history of the Passover. The Israelites, they were freed, right? So you mean to tell me millions of people are going to go marching when they can literally set martial law into place right before Stay in the house. We will not be the lamb that gets sacrificed this go round. All right, okay? Because let me tell you something. They're talking about they had to sacrifice the blood of the lamb. What is a lamb? A baby sheep. What are God's people? Sheep. Like I said, we won't be the people that sacrifice this go round. All right. Stay quiet, stay indoors, and don't even interact. All right?
I know exactly what I'm doing on April 5th. I think I'm going to do a Housewives rerun while y'all out there acting a plum fool. I'm going to take my black tail out there. They ain't going to get me. Black people, we staying inside to put on your nice TV show, get underneath them good covers, take naps, and watch your favorite TV show. Because they trying to target us. I'm going to be right in my bed. I'm out of my black ass business, okay?
And that's the way I like it.
Hey, so why y'all marching on the 5th of April? I'm gonna have a blackout cookout. Blackout cookout. That's what I'm gonna do on the 5th. I'm gonna get full, get the popcorn, watch y'all do your little march thing, see it all over the news, and see how bad it gets. If it gets bad, it gets bad. If it don't, it don't. I don't care, because I'm gonna have a blackout cookout. No white tea people allowed. You damn right we segregating that day. See y'all.
The devil is a lie.
That's just how we roll. Y'all just keep playing in these streets and the rest of us sitting around laughing at you. Protest April 5th. You guys were protesting MSNBC, like the most liberal news outlet in the entirety of the world. You cut your nose to spite your face every single time. What are you protesting now? What are you protesting now? Nothing. Nothing. Reduction in taxes. Getting illegals out of America, closing our border, removing them from things like Medicare and Medicaid, costing us working people more money. Go back to school. Sit down and be quiet somewhere.
April 5th protests. You so-called black folks. This is a message to the black community. Keep y'all ass at home. This is not our fight, y'all. That Trump is an antagonist. He's a provoker. He's been poking. But ultimately, he's trying to provoke so-called black people to get out in them streets and protest so they can lay you out, take you to jail, and implement martial law. This ain't our fight. If you distasteful about the Trump administration, post about it, upload about it, create videos about it, but keep y'all butts at home. This is not our fight. Get your popcorn, sit back and watch. Let them fight their own fight. We out of this one.
We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
That him and one time.